Hello everybody and welcome back to another stream. Today I am playing Live From the Depths again. Though I should probably add Zuza, see if, she's gonna exist today. Not. All I gotta do is just do this and easy. That's all in caps. Hello and welcome, Smokey. Hope you're having a wonderful time. So I'm gonna load up Barons here. Just give me one second. So, I do want to show you guys something first that I've been working on. This has been a little bit of a pet project of mine, and it has actually kind of slightly worked, which is the terrifying part because I didn't expect it to actually work. So, if you're wondering, I got bored one day and was like, I'm gonna build something that looks like it's from Star Wars and From the Depths. And then I came across the Action 6, I think it's called the Action 6 Bulk Freighter. I'm like, I want to turn that into something on From the Depths with laser defenses and shit, right? And then I built it backwards. I built a thing the backwards way. I'll show you what I mean. I call it the Action 11 Laser Freighter. You might be looking at it like, what the fuck is this thing? Well, let me show you this thing. This is this. This is this thing. It is terrifyingly stupid. I'm just gonna move my character a little bit out of the way so y'all can actually see the full shape of it. So you'd think the front would be over here, right? You would be wrong. And this is just a weapon in case the enemy gets behind it. It's not very good, but these cannot fire backwards because I had to extend the defense system out. These are actually fairly good laser defenses too. Where the fuck can I go to the thing here? $1,800 on that side, and then on the other side I gotta do the fucking same thing. Minimum shot damage 1,800. Now you'd think the lasers would be the main armament, right? You'd think this thing would be good at laser. It is, but it's not the main toy of this vehicle. I'm just setting everything to 1,800 minimum damage. Now you see, these things are pretty good. This thing is a pretty interesting little ship. You might be already able to tell where the main weapon is. Nice. And it's these. This is the main weapon system. 3 frag, 2 ensign with a halfway decent bullshittery with that many fucking missiles. It just it is this thing's definition of fire and forget. For reference, these are laser turrets I've made for a couple of other trial vehicles I've tried to build. I can spawn them in too, but they are a lot more expensive, and they are me still learning lasers. Alright. This being one of them. This is a pack laser combo vehicle that is 800,000 materials of bullshittery. And then there's this. Same generalized idea. This one has jet engines to go buggering quick. It has a lot of lasers as well. And it has these to make sure it doesn't go to space. And then there's the shotgun laser battery that I made. It is a shotgun laser. For reference, I'm just gonna turn this thing this way to noise. Thank you very much. For reference, let me just show you the shotgun laser. It does sometimes break itself, though. But for reference, it drains all of its electricity super quick, this one. And it's buggering quick, too. This thing, same kind of concept, except this was what I call the Mega Pack Turret. It fires a random assortment of fucking packs pretty much the entire fucking time. Slower because it only uses ions. It has interesting little turrets on the top end. And then there's these. Yeah. This thing is... I did. Here's the issue with it. It has enough energy to fire for a solid 0.2 seconds. Even at full. It is the funny. This thing is a actual transport vessel, which is the funny part. But I like this one the most. This is my favorite thing so far. It's only 600,000 mats. Has 2 high-powered laser things. That's the problem. I did. The shotgun thing, wherever the fuck it is, here, is so broken. It drains half of the ship's power if it's held down for too long. This is the definition of, yes, 5-second engagement. Oh, it is? Fuck, I fucked up somewhere then, oh well. I think the laser's at full depression now. And... oh, anyway, this thing breaks. I have to work on it. We don't worry about that. These are some of the new vehicles I'm bringing to Barrens today. Will I be able to make them right away? Fuck no. Will it be funny when I do make them? Fuck yeah. Pain Barrens run. Load. Oh, I know. I am well aware of how broken that thing is. I need to update it and make it better.
On my way. Yes, on my way.
Is this thing almost done getting repaired? No. What about the shit over here? No. Alright.
Yes.
I think it's at 20. These things are all at high-ish. Gladys. Okay. We are playing the game of I have tiny little pack vehicles and all that shit. They will work. This is a missile vehicle, but you get the generalized idea. It fires frag, incendiary, and explosive missiles. It's very much a troll.
Yes.
Hello. I also have the P version of this, which has like a very tiny piercing pack laser, pretty much, for the most part. Again, this is basically me learning how to do ground campaign, and I also already said hello to that person, so... So, like, for example, if I summon this thing in, you'll see what I mean. Very, very tiny pack laser that does piercing every 5 seconds for 900 damage. Nothing crazy for it. This is from the depths. It's a good game. I would recommend it. Well, that's the thing, is I want to try to do
Yes?
an actual ground thing. Where, like, sure, I will have some hover crafts and shit. But, like, it's not gonna be that bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want it to just be, yes, hovercraft the entire time.
Yes? Yes? On my way. On my way.
These things are really cheap to make too, which is the good
Yeah.
part. The name of this game, the name of the game is From the Depths. The name of this campaign is Barons. It's made by Azusa, who, in my personal opinion, is the best builder on this accursed game, besides Necro. You might be able to already tell how I'm fucked, by the way. If you've ever played Barons, you might already be able to tell how fucked I am. It's like, I am thoroughly McFucked here, pretty much. Alright, so I'm gonna group
On my way.
these two together. I would recommend it. It will teach you a lot about From the Depths. This shit will teach you a lot about From the Depths. Okay, so they just captured that and ran away. I'm not gonna worry too bad then.
Listening.
Sputnik, I want you to go up here for now. Just so I can see what the hell is going on.
Yes? Yes? Yes?
Okay, so they're jumping them,
Yes.
and I'll
On
send
my
these
way.
guys over here too.
Yes?
We're probably gonna lose this battle too. Do not be surprised by that. We probably will.
Yes?
Because I know that Azusa and the people who made a lot of the crafts in this game are really good at detection
Yes?
and all that chicanery. Because we got... I'm gonna make it small size, though. I don't want to go balls to the walls gung-ho yet. 47k mats, 11k mats, and 29,000 mats against 10,000, 10,000, 3k, and 3k. Hello! Yeah, I'm fighting again. I made a new thing that I actually like, and I'm gonna be focusing on updating that thing as much as possible, though it does cost 600,000 materials. Yes. And this thing is going to get slapped around because it has heavy armor. Fuck. Get to slappening. Does this thing have a second thing with it, or is it just these? Okay, whatever. It'll do fine. It'll do fine. It'll totally do fine. Not really. I don't think this thing's gonna fucking live much longer with the incendiaries and shit. So right now we are fighting a beetle. You can see that kind of there. Where the fuck did the Gladys? And then the thing that killed me a lot last time. This. I'm making it my mission to kill this. It fucked me over the last time. I refuse to let it fuck me over again.
Yes?
I have no turret on that thing, but you know what I do have? Oh, I'm aware. Mini-Me will take care of him. The Type 139 will take care of it. Don't worry. I have a plan. I may not have a brain, but I have a plan. And then all I gotta do is just this, here, ram, go. Just, it's already gonna die. I might as well make its end memorable. Yeah. I've tried to cut out a lot of like the seats and stuff for a lot of these because it's kind of cheap in my opinion right now, at least with these campaigns if I'm trying to play them legit. You know what I mean? To just, you know, do that. So yeah, these things have basically heavily armored logs that will try to ram this thing now, which is going to be funny because I think the Beetle can outrun it. Beetle's top speed is I think like what, 40, 45? Maybe not. Though it did just get, this thing did just get fucking punted. And it doesn't have an AI. Alright. What I'm gonna do is, I don't know, fucking give it a basic one. No, you know what, nah. I'll fucking just manually drive this fucker. If I even get the fucking chance. There we go, I have a seat on this thing now, it's totally realistic. And there's no engine. And there's no engine. And it's dead. Though the one thing I will say about the Type 139s, they are very hard to actually see, which is very good for my cheese tactic, to say the least.
Yes?
It is very difficult for them to actually be seen. Sure, they might get damaged once in a blue moon, but, like, they are very difficult to see, which is the best thing.
Yes? Targeting.
And the Beetle is taking some damage, which is very good. 99% on the health bar here. Ooh, something got taken out. And it's on fire. The benefit of this thing being small, it just says, I'm gonna dodge now. These things are super hard to hit, and they're cheap too. Yeah, time fuse is kind of one of the things that is annoying to deal with, but they can just punch through it, not a big thing. Yeah, like Azusa has some of the craziest crafts in this game, as well as all the people who made the crafts in this game have some of the craziest shit you'll ever fucking see in this game, I swear to God. Like, compared to my builds, which are based on the idea of, I'm gonna summon a lot of things that are relatively cheap, have fun trying to deal with them, these are, yes, you're fucked, essentially. Like, sure, I'm putting in a bit of work here on the Beetle, wherever it went off to, because I hit tab by accident. Love that when you hit tab by accident. There's the Beetle. Just gotta follow the cannon arc. Well, think of it like this. So, these little guys, the Type 139s, are only 3,000 mats for a ground vehicle. The best thing I can compare it to is ironically something from this campaign that I found after I built the 139. They don't. I'm working on a version that does repair shit. But anyway, no. The thing that I can best compare these things to, if you ever played this campaign in particular, is the Antis. In terms of the detection shit. Because, like the Antis, which, ironically enough, I didn't even know was in this campaign, or I didn't even know was built to be, like, specific. I built this thing like, I need a small thing that's hard to see for Necros vehicles. I'm gonna build a mini thing. And then the Antis showed up, and I'm like, I see. So yeah, that's basically how I found out. Not to mention, this thing is kind of just a one-shot kill if it does get hit, which is a little bit annoying. But, like, it's only 3,000 materials. You can just spam these things out pretty much and be fine for the most part. Like, both of them are still firing off their missiles. They don't have a lot of ammo storage, but they're still firing off missiles. A lot of fire damage because these are firing off. Looks like they're mainly firing off their incense right now, but they also do have explosive ones, which is good. But no, like, I've been trying to learn how to build better crafts and stuff. So, like, if I go to the load vehicle thing here, you should... just ignore this thing. That thing's dumb. This thing is something I built recently that I'm never going to be able to spawn in yet because it's 600,000 materials and it's a freighter that has laser defense system of bullshit is what I call it, because I actually learned how to do proper fucking laser setups a little bit. Well, the thing is... Oh, 100%. I mainly have been trying to just burn things with incendiary because a lot of vehicles I see use heavy armor, right? So by burning it, like this, it slowly dies. And takes a lot of damage. Oh, 100%. I also know that heavy armor also enjoys, try double EMP head on this thing then. Try dual EMP. Wait, that's a lot of fire. Fire. What the hell are they they're driving into a river. They're driving into the river now. Back up. This way.
On my way.
Back up this way.
Resuming control.
You gremlins.
Targeting, yes.
Go back, you little gremlins. Does this thing still have its missiles working? Oh, it does, but it's not firing. Okay, I'll have to just manually fire and hope then. Oh well, could be worse. Yes, good. Take out the enemy for fuck's sake. Yeah, I think the beetle's slightly dead. I don't know.
Yes.
Wait.
You have control. On my
Go get the resources. Go get the
way,
resources,
on
you
my
two.
way.
Turn around, get the resources. Haha. Run, my children. Get the resources. The fuck is that low health over here? Oh, low materials. Go, my children. That's all. The little guys, they know how to outlive things, apparently.
On my way. On my way. On my way.
And
Resuming
auto.
control. Targeting.
Target the thing.
Yes.
Target little bugger.
Targeting.
There we go. At least they'll automatically fire, and they're going for friendly target. Oh well.
Yes.
Let's go see how the other thing is doing. 89%. You need hit scan for this. Like, you need hit scan for this campaign. And that's what I've been trying to learn how to do, is just do hit scan things. Like packs and lasers and shit. That's mainly what I've been using. And missiles. The missiles are kind of the cop-out weapon, is what I've been learning about. Did this thing lose the AI in its turret? Or is there just no AI? Oh, there's no AI left. Oh, it did take out... Oh, gotcha. So I gotta fucking manually lock on. Well, this thing was more or less just designed to be an annoyance, right?
Yes. Resuming control. Yes. Yes. Targeting. You have control. On my way. On my way. On my way.
Well, it can. It does about 900 damage per shot for piercing, right? Because this tank's whole idea is to punch through the armor and just target the AI.
Yes. Resuming control.
I haven't really modified the intensity or anything like that because I haven't had the chance to fuck around and find out with that stuff yet. Yeah. That thing just tried to ram me. Absolute zam. Well, the thing is, it's taking, like, on average, about 1 to 2 shots per thing to destroy, which is a little bit annoying, but, like, it always could be worse. That's on automatic mode. This thing is just gonna... I don't even know where the fuck it is. Ah, it's right over here. It has taken a bit of damage. Well, the thing is, it's like, I do have to learn how to play this, like, build shit better. Right? Well, and that's just the thing. I need to learn how to properly do that. And if I can't, then it's just like... I find the Type 139 to be one of my better things for just being small and an annoyance because it's hard to hit and track. Right? Not to mention, it doesn't use a lot of mats compared to a lot of other things. Like, this thing is very mat healthy, is what I would call it, if that makes any sense. Like, it doesn't use a lot of mats, and it doesn't take a lot of mats to run. Like, right now, it's pretty much just perfectly chill at this. You know what I mean? Like, it's perfectly fine. Barely uses more than, like, fucking... I think 100 mats on average per prolonged battle. And that's just because the missiles fucking take up a lot of it. For the mat use, at least. But the thing is, even when it does get hit, it'll sometimes live, which is the good thing. Like, even though this thing can no longer move, it still has its AI active. Like how this thing has. Oh, this thing's the one firing EMP. Do I want to go frag? Or do I want to just stick at... Yeah, we'll just stay at EMP. It's not gonna fucking... I mean, he's really not even hitting that much, which is the worst part. This thing is still somehow alive. I fired off the missiles before it died. So they might fucking hit. Well, that's the thing. As long as this thing just doesn't get nailed, right? As long as they don't get nailed, they're fine.
Yes? You have control. On my way, 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 on my way.
And that person is getting a nuke. Nice. But yeah, no, it's just I gotta learn how to do shit in this game properly.
Yes, on my way. On my way, 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 on my way.
That's exactly what I said.
Yes?
That's why whenever I see one of those things, I just yeet it. Huh. Oh, that's the thing is, end of the day, I might be able to win just from outlasting, like that. Like, literally just like that. Damaged enemy territory at 99% health, and the game is like, yes, give. That is certainly a way to win a battle. Would I ever recommend that way? No. Oh, 100%.
Yes? On my way, on my way, on my way, on my way.
Well, that's the thing
Yes?
is, it is much more... Oh, you're coming back here again, you fuckers.
Yes? On my way.
You guys have to go and go back to main
On my
base, it
way.
looks like.
On my way.
Heal.
On my way. Yes?
Alright.
Yes. Yes? Yes? Yes?
There, now there's at least a little bit of fucking crap in the fuel tank, and yeah, this thing's getting a bit roasty toasty. And auto mode. Well, the good thing is with a bunch of these little guys around, it's going to be a bit more difficult for this guy to do anything, really. Which is good.
Yes?
Yeah, he is a bit... he's confused, but he has the spirit. Hmm.
Yes? You have control. On my way.
And the good thing about this vehicle in particular is it has a fuel engine and an electric engine. Right?
On my way. Resuming control. Yes? You have control. On my way. 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 Yes? On my way. On my way. On my way. On my way.
Very good.
Yes?
Just like playing a game of fetch. But this time we're fetching materials. Oh, probably. I mean, the way it's fucking moving around right now is kind of like, oof. It is at 95.
On my way.
And this thing can store that much, which is perfect for me to know.
On my way. On my way. On my way.
Oh, I know. It's probably because it's still a little bit of the early game moments and stuff, right?
Yes? Resuming control. Yes? Yes? You have control. Resuming control. Yes? Targeting. Yes? You have control. On my way.
Operation Into Water. I'm gonna do a little something something here that's a bit queen, but I have a plan. Temporary solution to a problem. I argue that. What are we doing, of course? Missiles. Now, why aren't you firing? Well, I'm not wasting my cost on it then.
Yes? Yes? Yes?
Oh, this thing's...
Yes?
This
On
is
my way,
going
on
to
my
die.
way, on my way, on my way.
The second this guy gets in range, that thing's probably gonna lose.
Yes? On my way.
What do I have? Okay, I have a lot of materials down here. Fucking let me down here, game. I need to go down here to build a thing that's going to help me. 15k, that's not bad. No, that's a boat. That's the RAM. And that's the double turreted thing. That's 15k though.
Listening.
Land mode standing by. On my way. Yes?
I don't want to call in the Akara truck because that is a
Yes.
supply vehicle. Come on. Might just honestly spam out missile vehicles and see how it works because they seem to be at least semi-helping. Yeah, that's like that. I don't know. What breeze? I could try to focus up here. Just fire missiles at every direction at this point. Fuck's sake. I will destroy this vehicle with anything at this point. Pull. Everything there is now fucking dead.
Yes.
Pull all. I will bullshit my way through this if I fucking have to. I have a fucking plan to bullshit my way through it too, which is the best part.
On my way.
It's simple. Just stall them out for time.
Yes.
Introduce new vehicles.
Yes.
I'm only fighting these guys. This thing over here. 0 and 0, but this guy's at 100%. What if I just swap this from piercing to impact and just go with that and make it look faster at 2.5 seconds? I'm trying to make this thing just waste its fucking flamer, like, firing shit. I have a plan, it's just make it waste its resources. Again, if I can just make it waste its Bullshit.
Yes. Yes. On my way.
Good. It is wasting its bullshit on other things,
Yes.
which is what I like. Again, I'm just making it waste its time
Yes.
until other
On my
things
way.
can get
On
into
my
range
way.
to fuck with it.
Yes. Yes. On my way. Yes. Yes.
Listening. Moving out.
Yes. On my way.
By kind of just having things waste its time, it runs out of that flamer fuel
Yes.
stuff.
Yes.
Yup.
Yes.
Again,
Yes.
my whole plan right now
Yes.
revolves around making things waste time. I'm going to spread
Yes.
things out. It'll
Yes.
have to then go
Yes.
between different targets the entire way through. Because the more I get this vehicle to waste materials, the better.
Yes.
Combat log.
Yes.
That is it's cheap, but guess what? It is fucking working.
Listening.
Which is
Moving out.
terrifying to say.
Yes.
Absolute combat log moment is going to be how I fucking cheat this shit. Oh my god. No one ever expects the combat log technique. All I gotta do is wait for it to get close enough, and then just combat log. Oh my god, that's so cheap, but it's so fucking working. And combat log. Okay, I'm gonna save the campaign before I piss people off with my bullshit new strategy, so I can at least show off the new thing here. Save it there, leave the backup as is, go to main menu, and then go to designer. Is there any way to patch that out? Combat logging is a thing in this game. Oh. Oh, I know. Oh, that is... I didn't know if it would work in this game like it does in, what's the game I was playing recently? Fuck. There was another game I was playing recently where, basically it's like you get to build your own fucking tanks and shit. If you combat log in that, it works. Your tank takes no damage. I was wondering if it was the same in this game, and it is. Oh, that is cheese. That is cheese. Anyway, this is the new thing I've built, by the way. It's cool. I like it a lot. You'd think the main weapons are the lasers, right? You would think this thing is mainly laser thing. No. No, it's not. Missiles. Frag incendiary missiles. Laser defense system. And these lasers hit like a truck too. It's a front facer as well. And up to about here is basically spaced armor. I know, I've been telling them, you know. It also does the hovering very nicely. And in terms of things, let's see what I can go. I don't want airships. Let me just go, like, planes with... If you're wondering, I tested this on Godly Neater, and it was able to take out up to the Twin Guard's, Godly thing. And this is only 600k mats, by the way. So let's go and get a tank. We'll go with my favorite one, Heat Wave. Hello, my fam. So again, you think the lasers are the offense, but you would be wrong. The offense is actually the missiles on it. These are aesthetic lasers, is what I've called them. They do hit, and they can hit hard. But this thing is designed as a freighter, by the way. This thing is a freight thing. It transports and it freights around. That's what this thing is designed and supposed to do. Right? This thing is a cargo vehicle, at best. And, yeah, its main defense is its crazy good missiles. Not to mention its very fast reversing speed, which it isn't using for whatever reason right now, probably because one of the engines got taken out and it's trying to counterbalance. Yup. Knew it. 13,000 health, and it hits like a fucking truck. Not to mention, it has 3 AI systems. 2 are high in the front, and 1 is high in the back. It has a rear-mounted defense laser, and by that I mean if an enemy craft is like circling behind it, and it's not keeping up, this thing can engage its laser. And this thing can hover, even with half of its being gone. It's a very good vehicle, in my opinion. Although, as you can tell, it does, once you get into the center area where the lasers are, it can, you know, die if you know what to do and shit. Basically, if you hit the front of it, it's a front facer, it's just gonna lose its face and not be able to move backwards anymore. Besides this vehicle, I did want to show off some of my failed airship creations, as I call them. Yes, they are the definition of airships. And by that, I mean boat but flying. Where are some of them? Oh yeah, then there's this thing, which is just laser hover tank. This thing, 800,000 materials worth of bullshit. It is not fast, but it slaps. And we'll just send in the heat wave again. Yeah, this is built for my campaign that I've been working on as a vehicle that is more like... I'm working on more on, like, aesthetics and stuff for, like, interesting designs and shit, right? This thing is the definition of pack and annoyance. And the thing is, you'd think you'd want to target the middle of the ship, right? That's where the heaviest armor is. Where you actually want to target is the front of the ship and the main pack battery at the back. Yeah, I've been working on my own little custom campaign and stuff on the side. It's been fun trying to learn it. Yeah, it's been a bit of a challenge, because, so I have 3 factions so far. I'll just load up Meter real quick so I can show you some of the vehicles in question. Designer. So there is the Oval, which is originally made by the faction I've been using. You might see the name of the faction here, like GV, abbreviated name. And there's also the TX, which is like a mining company that bought the ship as like a transport vessel, but then modified it and shit. There's a lot of lore for it, but this is the base version Oval. It's made, well, this is the modified thing. Made to not be that good overall. Very open and stripped for just everything on the inside. Does have missiles at the top and all that. Anyway, that is this ship. It's basically like the definition of easy fucking bullshit vehicle. Where is some of my older things? No, that's the old shit I was making, like fucking Canadian bull crap. So each faction kind of has like their own series of like godly vessels and shit, right? And a little bit of tanks here and there and everything. Basically, a lot of these things here are from the Terramix Mining Company, or the TX guys. This is just we don't like This thing is a funny thing. Anyway, so on top of that, right, we have the Hornet Company. This thing is old, and I need to delete it, so I'm going to delete it now. There we go. So, for example, if I spawn this thing in now, this thing is their first ever ship. It is not very good. Very slow firing, 179 mil on a canoe, pretty much. That thing is just canoeing it. Right? But then we get to the stuff I really worked on for this fucking faction, which I believe starts kind of like up here era type of bullshit. Where is it? Where is it? I know it's up here somewhere. Is this one of them? I think this is. The Cyclonus. So yeah, while it's not painted, this is one of their medium vessels. It has a 1.6 second 182, some missiles, and some fucking front guns. Overall, not a terrible ship, though it doesn't have much in the way of protection, unlike the later models. Which I should be able to show as well when I get to them. Yes. So this is their heaviest vessel, or one, no, actually it's this, as their heaviest vessel. But this is one of their main vessels that you will end up fighting. It has a lot of fucking tiny missiles, some kind of mediocre lasers, and a very fucking fast-firing front gun with slow shells, because that's an HE turret. Anyway, so you'll see stuff like that. Has a lot of health, very tanky, can annoy you to high hell, right? And then we actually get to the first few things of the GV, or the Graveyard Fleet faction. The Coffin is a easy vessel you can fight. It has a couple torpedoes and a couple missiles. It has detection at the top here for the turret. Turret is not as good. It's only a fucking 200 mil. It's a small turret. And it has decorative AA with some interesting areas over here and shit. It's not that good of a ship overall, but it's still there. And for reference, this is the internals of it. A lot of that stuff is relatively protected. It is just sometimes annoying. Everything does kind of sit low in the water.
Receiving.
So I'm just going to pull everything here.
Listening.
Now, these are all things I built with 1 blocks originally, so I just, you know, you don't have to worry about that. I'm probably not going to retrofit them because they're just so small and shit. The Tucson is the original kind of like hard ship I built for this faction. The Tuscan, whatever you want to call it. 9 missiles at the back. Rapid fire fucking 150mm turret on that side. Twin 500mm APS guns. Quick firing 120. And another quick firing 137 at the front with some decorative AA around. In terms of defense, it's just a decorative AA. In terms of firepower, it can unload if needed. So I'll just pull it out of play. Now they do have repair ships. That being, I believe it's not the Nihilist, but this thing. Yeah, I believe it was this thing that had the repair capability. Anyway. All these ships kind of have like an interesting design to them. I never really reused a lot of assets and shit, right? I never really got into the idea of that. So you have the Kingston. Very nice ship. This thing, the Frailest, kind of failed for what it was supposed to do, but it's going to be in the campaign anyway because it's a funny thing. Oh yeah, the Plotza and the Plotza Tor are also repairing vehicles and all that. The other thing, too, that I made for this faction is an actual fucking, whatchamacallit, factory thing. We don't worry about the Angie Cube. It's just a funny craft. Crown. Hellish Rebuke was a meme ship and a half. I'll fucking show you guys the Hellish Rebuke. If you haven't seen it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Say hello to the Hellish Rebuke. It has one goal. To fucking flame people to death. Because it also had incendiary missiles. So for reference, we'll just spawn something easy from DWG, we'll just spawn a raider.
Listening.
Is that on our team? No. Yes, it is. Why? Why is it on the friendly team?
Receiving.
Scrap. Deepwater Guard. Raider. Spawn. Now, the Hellish Rebuke is a funny little thing because it likes to roast and toast itself more than it roasts and toasts the enemy. Very much based on the D&D spell, if you've ever done Dungeons and Dragons. It's just a funny little craft that does funny little things. It'll take it a while before it even decides to turn around to fight. Its turning radius is wider than the moon. Anyway, well, that is today's stream because I do have to go. I'll catch everybody in the next one.